In this video, I'm going to review the shore excursions we did for our recent cruise aboard the Carnival Legend out of Baltimore, December 2021. We had 3 shore days. First was Nassau, then Half Moon Cay, then Freeport. We booked all of our shore excursions through Carnival. Let's start with Nassau since that was the first one. We booked the 2-tank scuba diving trip, which for us was the only diving for the whole cruise, and we're avid divers, so we decided to book it. You do already have to be scuba certified with at least your open water cert, just so you know. When we got off the ship, we were met with a guy holding a sign, and he walked us over to a small bus, and it was about a 15 to 20 minute ride just to our coves. The employees were very friendly and helpful, and there's a little gift shop to buy souvenirs from. The weather was actually not great that day. It was pretty windy and cloudy, but they still took us out, which was great. Our first dive was okay. The coral and marine life wasn't super lively, but the second dive totally made up for it. The location was called Ray of Hope, and there was a wreck and a ton of Caribbean reef sharks and nurse sharks, which were awesome. The dives were a little short, but maybe someone in a group sucked up their air and had to go up, we're not sure. The visibility was great. The crew also changed over our tanks in between dives and let us leave all of our rented gear on the boat at the end, which was really nice. Next up, we went to Half Moon Cay, which is apparently Carnival's private island. There are water taxis to take you to and from the island, and people who booked shore excursions were the first ones on it. It was about a 10-minute ride, and once you got there, you check in at the information counter about your shore excursions. We booked the horseback riding in the morning and then kayaking in the afternoon. There's also a beautiful beach you can hang out at if you don't want to book anything. I've been to some amazing beaches all around the world, but this was probably one of the best. The water was so clear and so blue. They drove us out to the horse site about 5 minutes away, and we first rode on land, and they told us about the island and horses.
All right. Over there on my right, that's the stable. That's where the horses get fed in the morning and hosed down.
The employees were super friendly and even offered to take my phone and shoot photos of me and my husband. Then we got off, changed shoes or clothes if we wanted, got on a different horse, and this time they took us out into the water, which was absolutely amazing. The horses went pretty deep. The water was just below my waist. They didn't care if we had our phones or GoPros with us, but I recommend keeping it on a lanyard like I did, especially over the water so you don't drop it. This was by far our favorite shore excursion, and we cannot hype this one enough. Then we had a couple hours till our next shore excursion, so we went over to the island barbecue, which is free. I didn't take any video, but it was very good. A pretty good selection of burgers and hot dogs, as well as Bahamian foods and fresh fruit. Then we just hung out on the beautiful beach, which was awesome. The water was really calm, clear, and just perfect. Then we headed back to the central area and waited for them to call us for the kayaking trip. They had 2-person kayaks, but upon request, they can move the seat for you to make a 1-person, I believe. The water was very calm since we were in a lagoon. About halfway through, we stopped so we can get out, and they showed us some sea life there. I got to hold a conch, starfish, and sea urchin. Then we kayaked some more and headed back. Overall, Half Moon Cay was absolutely amazing. I could have spent all 3 shore days there and been totally happy. Highly recommend any cruise going here. Finally, we have Freeport, and to be honest, this is not a great cruise port. The port itself is in an industrial compound, so right outside the ship there are some shops, but that's it. There's nowhere to walk from there to enjoy. We booked a Pirates Cove beach day with lunch and drinks, and honestly, my advice is to not book this one. It was like $100 per person, and it was not worth it. We had such a short amount of time, the beach itself was really tiny and not great. The lunch buffet was literally 4 things, and the drinks were okay. Everything at Pirates Cove is just really overpriced. I do not recommend this excursion at all. If anything, I would book just the beach day itself without lunch and drinks because I think it's only about $50, because honestly, you're only there like 3 hours and then you have to head back. If you have any questions, please comment below and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.